What's up, guys? It's your boy Chaotic with a brand new game coming from X-Key developers of Punishing Gray Raven. If you don't know what Punishing Gray Raven is, you should, because it is the prime example of a high quality action RPG on mobile devices. Everything from the story, gameplay, that game is just fantastic. Now, the reason I mentioned Punishing Gray Raven is because those developers, a lot of them moved over to a brand new studio and made Black Beacon, the game that I'm going to be showing today. But before I go on and give you like a demonstration of the characters and the gameplay here, I want to thank the Black Beacon team for not only allowing me to have early access to the build and get familiar with the game, but also provide me with an account with all the characters on it, just so I can play around as much as I want to before the game actually releases. This game is running on a Red Magic 10 Pro, standard for my channel, always running with Red Magic devices, and everything's going to be maxed out. 60 frames per second, ultra high, maximum high. This game runs smooth on this device. So first off, I want to start by talking about the characters. This is going to be a fairly short section of the video because I just kind of want to show off the designs of the character, and every single one of these characters have a different play style, a different gimmick that makes them special. And I didn't even give her a chance to shine. Makes them special, makes them play different, and gives you a reason to explore different team comps within the game, which characters will play with other characters very well if they benefit the other character on the team. One can do damage, one can debuff, one can heal the characters on the team while also providing significant damage to the enemy. This game has pretty much all of that. The character designer for this game outdid himself. Every single one of these characters look very unique and special, which is something that's very cool. This is Zero, by the way, the very first character that you're going to acquire, along with Shamash. This is pretty much how you're going to be introduced to the game and the battle system and everything. Once you get a hang of those characters and get to the gacha system, they'll also give you Asti as well. I believe Ninzar is going to be a free character thanks to the pre-registration goal. We met the pre-registration goal, so all of the stuff that you're seeing on the screen right now, we're getting for free. So that's going to be cool. But the one thing that I want to show you guys is just how well designed the characters are. Look at Florence. This is the first rate up character that you're going to be able to get once the game launches. Look at these costumes for the character. This is a costume that you can get from simply leveling up your affection level. Then this one, I don't know how to get this one. This one's just in here, and I really hope I'm supposed to be showing this, because if not, they're going to yell at me, but it's here, so I'm assuming it's okay. And this one you get from an event that is going to be available once the game launches. Another skin that you're going to be able to acquire for free, which is dope. There's also weapons that you're going to have to pull for within the game. Each one of these weapons have their own style to them as well, so that's cool to know. Yeah, characters in this game look absolutely fantastic. I also want to share that the way that this gacha system works, I know people are going to ask me about the gacha system. I don't care about it, but I'm just going to show this just because you guys are going to ask anyway. It's pretty much the same as Punishing Gray Raven, if you're familiar. 70% up for the limited character that's going to be available, and then for the weapon it's going to be 100% rate up, just to make it guaranteed once you get a 5-star weapon. This one, you have the chance to acquire a character that isn't Florence, so just keep that in mind. It's only a 70% chance that you will acquire her, so keep that in mind as well. So moving on, I kind of want to just show you the gameplay, just so you can get an idea of what style of game this is. Oh, there's one more thing before we go ahead and start. There's one event that's going to be available once the game launches. This will allow you to complete specific tasks in order to acquire a free 5-star weapon of your choice. Just go down this list. Of course, they haven't shown this character yet, but we've all seen her. It's Ching. I'll show you that in another video as well. All of these weapons are 5-star weapons, and it shows you what character you're supposed to use to utilize that weapon, so you can make a very good decision. I wouldn't rush into completing this, so that you find out what characters you like, and then when you figure out what character you like and max them out and get them to a point where they will be able to utilize that weapon efficiently, then you can go for that. This is where you're going to be able to get that Florence skin. For those who pull for Florence, you're going to have to complete some tasks. So there you go. And of course, this is a skin that you're going to be able to purchase for Viola. So yeah, that's all I'm going to show you here, because I don't know how many of these will be available right at launch. So I'm just going to play it safe and leave this section, and we're going to go ahead and start showing off some of the gameplay. All right, so the battle system within Black Beacon is fairly easy to understand. Right now I'm using Nana in order to deal DPS to the enemy. Maybe in a future video I'll go over her kit and such, but for the most part, you're just throwing a blade at the enemy, dashing towards that blade so that you can catch it and deal more damage to the enemy, and then using skill 2 in order to finish the combo. I'm gonna switch to Li Chi so we can do some electric damage to the enemy. He is focused on dealing electric damage. Yeah, I keep getting hit by that. And you can see under the elements, or sorry, under the enemy's health, that an element is actually accumulating there, and that's how you know that you're building an elemental status on the enemy. So if you were using burn, you're able to deal burn by filling up that bar. So for electricity, it's pretty much the same. Not Logos, Li Chi. You just fill up that bar. Right now I'm using Logos. We're gonna use this, which allows me to use my skills as many times as I need to, until that bar at the top right runs out. So we're gonna take advantage of this. Use the ult from Nana. Logos. Now you can see Nana's blade is still spinning around me, so that helps with DPS as well. So it's good to throw Nana in there in order to get some of this damage on the enemy. Switch to Li Chi again for that single target electro damage. Just dealt electricity to him. And his first phase should be done right after I do this. Electrocuted. That's a great start for this. Now he's gonna do this beam attack. I'm gonna get behind him and do this, even though it's pushing me out to try and deal more damage to me. Switch to Logos because she can thrust towards the enemy. I'm gonna try and get some of this light damage on him while I'm also healing Li Chi. Now the way that Logos works is there are bars under her health, and once you get 4 and then do an attack, she does what's called notes, and that heals the enemy or the teammates on on my team. I keep saying enemies. Going to go ahead and use that ult. I haven't figured out if it's more effective to fill up the 4 bars before using the ult yet, but I'm still learning the character, so I'm gonna use this. That was a waste, but we're gonna get close. We're gonna use Nana because then we can stay within this little bubble. Dealing more DPS. Switch to you. Electric damage, dodge, Nana, ult, dodge, dodge, Nana, okay, Chi. Trivial skill. See, I'm supposed to hold the basic attack whenever that gold attack goes in, Okay, so let's swap you out because you're taking a little too much damage. Now she's back in her healer phase, so because of her notes ability. And switch to Nana once again because she's able to deal really fast damage despite being in there. And we are done. This battle system is dope. This battle system is so dope. I highly recommend anyone interested in Black Beacon give this game a try. Once you get your characters built and everything like I have, battles like this are so fun. But before that, it's just a grind game, trying to make sure you build your characters correctly. I'm not even sure if these characters are built correctly. I just built them to what I understand about the characters and what made sense. For example, Nana, she's a darkness character. So what I did was I built her around darkness and crit while also throwing elemental anomaly on her so that she can inflict those elemental statuses a lot more. That's what makes sense for me with these characters, is to make sure that their elements are the focus of each build. Of course, I'd have to read more into some of their abilities and how some of them work, but to my understanding, I'm doing this relatively okay, even if it's not perfect. I built her around light damage, but I think I did that incorrectly because I kind of want to see if there's a way to help her healing. So yeah, that's how this game works pretty much. I highly recommend you try it. April 10th is when the game releases, and it's available for pre-registration now. We already met all the pre-registration goals, but pre-registering gets you a skin for Zero. And I believe there's another thing. I'll put it on the screen. You'll see the whole image here. And yeah, I have more videos coming up. Thank you guys for watching. You all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Use the links in the description to download the game, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, everyone.